Hello everyone, I'm the Masked Analyst. I'd like to first apologize to my subscribers for making yet another video about Redskull. Redskull had asked me a question and I am responding in video format. So if you're not interested in this, please feel free to skip this video. Now before I address Redskull, I want to say a few words to Grayskull. Grayskull had posted a video for Redskull on his channel because Redskull's been suspended. Now Grayskull, I just want to let you know I have no beef with you. I don't think that what you've done is wrong. I have no problem with it. And in fact, I'd like to commend you for providing an avenue for Redskull to have his voice heard. I'm hoping that nobody flags this video, so I have no problems with what you've done. Now, Redskull, I'm making this as a video response to you because you asked me who I was referring to when I said that you drove a couple of people off of YouTube with your threats. Well, you remember Arcane, don't you? You were angry with him because he dropped docs on you. And so you made a video in which you dropped docs on him, or at least you thought you did. They probably were the wrong docs, but you dropped docs on him. And you threatened to visit his house with a few people with baseball bats and drag him off to the woods if he didn't shut up and get off of YouTube. Now, true, you pulled that video after a few hours and you made an apology, but that still does not negate the fact that you did indeed make a death threat to him. You also threatened MG Pappas. You revealed his full name in a video and you stated that you knew his address and you threatened him that if he didn't shut up that some guys would visit at his door. Now, not a direct death threat, not an explicit death threat, but it's certainly a veiled death threat. You also made a veiled death threat toward me last July. Now this didn't drive me off YouTube, but you did manage to get me suspended when you filed an illegal DMCA. Now when you filed that illegal DMCA against me, you were pretending to be Firefly 515 and you were claiming ownership of a video that Firefly 515 made. Within the video, Firefly 515 gave everyone permission to upload his video. So when I uploaded it, I did it at the request of Firefly 515. You're imitating him. Your claiming of copyright ownership of that video was a lie. Your getting me banned was wrong, immoral, illegal, and you perjured yourself in the process. Now, you state that this was no big deal, filing that false DMCA. You say that I could have gotten my account back anytime simply by filing a counterclaim. And in a way, that's true. Unfortunately, and you know damn well the implications of this. As soon as I file a counterclaim, I have to put my name and address on the DMCA, and YouTube will then have to turn my name and address over directly to you. This is something I'd rather not have happen. If you ever do find out my name and address, I'll deal with it then, but I don't see any reason to hand you the keys to my door. Now there is one other way that I could file a DMCA, and that would be if I were to sign a false name and address to it, in which case I would perjure myself. Now, I don't take lying easily. I think that's a serious matter. Now, you say it's no big deal for me to file another DMCA, and I can understand why you would say that. I mean, after all, lying to you is as easy as breathing air. You perjured yourself. You lied when you swore under penalty of oath that you own copyright in that video. Lying comes very natural to you. Doesn't for me. So for me that would be a big deal. Now, I'm not going to make a long video response to you providing a blow-by-blow description of what has occurred over the past 2 years. Frankly, Redskull, you're yesterday's news and you're just not worth my time. However, I do want to make 3 observations. Number 1, after you realized that I was not responsible for getting your account banned, you sent me an email in which you made a 3-sentence apology for getting me wrongfully suspended. Now, if you really wanted to apologize, if you really wanted me to think that it was sincere, you would have made a public video admitting this and asking for forgiveness in public. However, despite this, I accepted your apology. However, after that, you made a few videos that you posted on live video, I think a couple of videos, in which you made half-truths, and you badmouthed me on live video. You said half-truths, you totally distorted the picture, and I let it go. I didn't do anything about that. But these attacks on me were totally unprovoked and out of the blue. When I saw Daniel Spenges make a video stating that the people in his pirate guild do not violate TOS, and they do not violate the law, I made a 6-minute response in regards to that. Yeah, the video was 24 minutes long, but my response talking about you was 6 minutes of that. You responded to my 6-minute message about you with a 13-minute diatribe against me, and you call me obsessed. Now look, I never made a video calling you evil, yet you clearly made an entire video devoted about how evil I was. I'll post a link in the sidebar. If there's an obsession, it certainly runs both ways, my friend. Okay, point 2. I have to admit that I was surprised when you stated that you've been talking to YouTube and that someone at YouTube has told you why Mike Skehan's been suspended, the real reason behind Mike Skehan's suspension, and they won't tell Mike Skehan about that. Now, either you're an out-and-out liar, or somebody at YouTube is violating YouTube's own policy of not discussing account suspensions with anyone other than the person whose account was suspended. I don't know whether you're lying or somebody at YouTube is violating YouTube's policy, but I do have to question that. Third, I'm a little bit disappointed at your ingratitude toward me. There's not a question in my mind that you would drop my docs in a minute, my full docs, not just my name, but my name and address in a minute if you had them. You have threatened to do so several times in the past. The only reason you haven't is because you don't have them. Now, despite this, I have a massive website devoted to the DMCA, and I talk a little bit about your getting me suspended. And yet, I don't have your name posted on my website at all. Only take me a few minutes to change my mind and post it there. But so far I've been very restrained on that. In addition, part of those 6 minutes that I was talking about you to Daniel Spenges, I was making an appeal to people not to post your full address on the internet if they found out. Now, considering that I did make an appeal to people not to post your address, you'd think that a little bit of gratitude, just a little bit, would be in order. Now, Redskull, that's about all I have to say to you. I hope this ends the feud between us, though I have my doubts. But, you know, under the proper circumstances, I would even lobby for YouTube to reinstate your account. Now, if you have to ask what those circumstances are, then as far as I'm concerned, you're not ready to have your account back. That's all I have to say to you, Redskull. Other than to suggest that maybe you should take a few anger management classes and wish you a good life. This has been The Masked Analyst, under and in.